Down Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Texans.
Watson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing again is Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won.
No escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. 30. Past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
Now Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Oh, see my play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let him know, let him know.
You got a good point right there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
leaving. I thought you was leaving. Oh! That was good, man. Oh, shit.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. J.J. Watt drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Now Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, a hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
95-56, 95-56. For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Whip. Watch the whip.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I'm going to beat your ass.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
You're going to go off and play sorry and red.
And the decision to bring it
now,
out will cost
look
him
what I
about
gotta do
5
with Nemo.
yards as he'll get this only
I got
back
to
to
beat
the
this
20.
man seriously. You're supposed to beat your ass with him. Supposed to be your ass. You got to let this man go out and take your beat down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. His throw incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells.
This supposed to be, this is supposed to be Jay White red.
Turn into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
But the next nigga, boy. Whoever I play next. I told him I'm going undefeated tonight. I just beat Rob, sorry ass. Then beat Nemo, sorry ass. And whoever else next is next. I can't control myself tonight.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Wild Bill.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Oh.
And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged. I wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Saints. You know how bad I hate the Saints.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
And here we go.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He finds still. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Mike 56. Mike 56. 24. I got you.
On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Keep on, stupid!
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. They're really starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. The bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when it comes to, when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
I run on goal line.
Here we go.
This shit is on point. Watch how open he gets.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. And able to get this one across the 45.
By the time he turned around, he already in front of him.
10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route,
the other plays I'm going to run on both of y'all, sorry. They're my go-to plays, but these right here is my, if it works, type play.
On play action, it's Breeze.
I can't stop it.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought it down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play.
You're like one of my semi-plays.
Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver,
like one of my,
if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Me is you damn really blitz my ass.
Breeze now on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside
you got really blitz my ass. If you don't blitz me, it's going to get that shit every time.
24 yards.
Because I be waiting for they release. Now they just go ahead and run the ball on in.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
He's checking.
They'll try to run it in with Murray.
I got grabbed up behind the man. I had to switch the play.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal. Breeze to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It was coming.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
You see how I got it set up? If he don't go into, right? You think I'm going to him. I'm really going to hit him. Watch it.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
See how that works?
It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
I don't want to do that play. The way he was set up, he was going to catch it.
So that'll back him up 5.
I got to have some more room. Like, you know, like you too close to the end zone for that play.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Now, let's go. Turn these up. Let's see. Let's try to make a play real quick, y'all.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tackle on 2 more.
Woo! That's right. You don't beat him 20-something zip. I wanted it with 27 zip. Beating the man 30 zip. We ain't made it to a full quarter yet.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync, quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, really?
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to have to hook up to QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. P.J. Williams with a pick. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Okay. I just
The
thought about
defense
what
more than did its
I'm
job.
doing.
Now the offense
Kicking
is
the
shoving
field
onto
goal.
the
You know
field
what?
as he'll
I'm
go
going
for
for
2. To throw, it's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
No, I'm going for the gusto. I'll take a quick call.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
You pussy for dodging me. You should have seen my other broadcast I did earlier with Rob. I think I threw Rob out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I had a whole thing like, oh shit, man, who's knocking on the door? Hello? How's he get? Oh, let's say what's going on? Come on in. Hey, man. I was like, oh yeah.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson now to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson operating from the gun. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The attempt on the dime, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Fuck this shit. Come on, guys.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Carlos Hyde in the game.
No!
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's stop this guy.
Let's go. Let's do this.
2 minutes left in the whole game, and it's 38-0. Come on. I really want to come out this package. I really don't like those.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's Watson on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk about here before that'll be an important 3rd down.
Quarterback sneak that bitch. Niggas not getting that bitch none. I keep down closing that line up and we keep bridging that gap. Now he gonna try something different.
Reset. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I want that.
Now Watson going to sneak it, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Damn!
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Damn, sorry, bitch.
You're going slow clap on me.
38-0.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
It's 38-7. Just go.
That'll take it in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Damn, he beat that nigga 37-0. I was finna beat him 38-0. Bullshit. That shit just made me feel real bad right now. yeah.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's what
blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
About to sit over here and cry.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I don't want the win. I want the goose egg.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Breeze now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick.
I need room for
to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive line, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set, and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
All I'm doing is picking and playing and putting the remote down. He just killed my whole morale for this. I might just turn the whole game off. Blew my high.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take under pressure now? Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Nah, man, you weren't supposed to score. That shit just made me sad. I don't want to play no more. My whole morale just went down.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Harris.
We got this.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash.
Can't beat this nigga now. Probably see him coming. Let's see what he really got. See what he really about.
I got all the intangibles. Need to leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. We can competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed to be working victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. There's no need in keeping it low key. I can cover the deal.
Catch y'all on that broadcast.